What's up, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're taking a look at day 2 of the February Clan War Leagues here in Tribe Gaming. Going to take a look at all the triples. We got 8 of them. Let's get right into it. Alright guys, so here we go. Day number 2 of the Clan War Leagues, Tribe Gaming versus this clan here. Let's go ahead and jump right into the triples here, starting off with Groovy Tony on this base. Now we have seen this one in the past a long time ago, and he did triple it in a very similar manner. He's going to be doing a crazy wall break here. He's bringing a bunch of wall breakers in his battle ram here. It's going to be crazy, guys. You're going to have to watch this. So he's going to start off with the queen over on the 630 side, and he wants her to walk this way. He's going to be using his BK to make the funnel over here, get a little BK swap. And then he's going to be sending the ram straight toward the town hall to get into this inferno compartment. And the ram's not going to get all the way to the 3rd layer, but he brought a bunch of wall breakers in his ram to get the 3rd layer break. So you're going to have to watch this here in just a second. So he made the funnel on the left side with the baby dragon, so queen walks the right way. A Tesla kind of pops here and surprises him, but queen still goes the right way, so it's all good. Queen's walking over here, wrapping toward the inferno, so he's going to go ahead and drop the BK over here at 3 to get the BK swap, and he's going to drop the ram going straight in toward this inferno tower. Queen's going in. That gold mine's a little scary with the pathing. She's going to path over there, but then she comes back inside. Now after she gets this cannon down, she's going to go straight in for the inferno and watch these wall breakers. Look how many there are. There's a ton of wall breakers. Even with the multi-target inferno, those wall breakers are going to get the wall. I can't remember exactly how many. We can see at the end of the attack, but it was like 10 or more wall breakers. Really funny stuff there by Tony. Really creative plan here, and it's going to work out just perfectly. He's going to poison here for the enemy clan castle troops as they all come out to his queen. That poison also gets the enemy queen here, so really high value poison, using an archer and a rage here to help queen get through those pups as soon as possible. Now queen's going to have to fight the enemy queen here. She's going to get through her pretty quickly here in just a second. After she gets through the rest of these pups, it just takes her 5 ever to do it. Gonna go ahead and freeze the Expo and the queen just to be certain that his queen's gonna stay topped off on HP. He probably didn't need that freeze, but he wanted to be extra careful because he needs to make sure his queen gets the town hall here. Remember, in the clan war leagues, you know, we only get 1 attack each, so you really cannot afford to 1-star here. So he had to be extra careful. Now he's gonna be sending the hogs from the top side here with Royal Champ in behind. His Royal Champ gets targeted super early by the enemy Royal Champ, so he's going to have to pop her ability pretty quickly. He dropped that first heal way over toward the outside of the base, second heal moving in over here, and then Warden abilities through the backside Inferno Tower and that double cannon and all these giant bombs. There is still a Wizard Tower and a scatter shot, but luckily he has a 3rd heal spell on this one. A lot of times we're only taking 2 heals on these queen charge hog attacks, but Tony here took 3, and it's going to work out just perfectly. Also has that last freeze for the scatter shot. Didn't really need it, but he's going to use it anyway, just to make sure those hogs stay at full health. They're going to be able to do all the cleanup here, and that's going to be a nice triple by Tony. So we're going to go ahead and fast forward. Take a look at that army comp again. I want to see how many wall breakers was in his CC. Let's see, 12 wall breakers in the CC with an ice golem and a balloon. Crazy stuff there by Tony. Really cool attack. Now let's go ahead and jump right into the next triple here. This one's going to be by etsu. We got a ton of triples to show you guys today, so I'm probably going to be times 2ing through some of them. He's going to be coming in with the Yeti Smash with bowlers. He's actually been doing this quite a bit lately, doing the Yeti Smash with bowlers. etsu's been finding ways to make it work on a lot of bases at the moment. So doing an early Yeti bomb there for this Inferno Island and all the defenses around it. Got all these defenses as well, and it creates really nice pathing right here, so that way you know the queen's going to walk this way. She's got nowhere else to go because it creates such good pathing when you do that early Yeti bomb and you do it right. So he's going to be dropping a wizard here just to help funnel the queen toward that enemy king a little bit faster. Going to be using his BK over here on the right side to funnel over here. BK ends up coming back around though, so a little bit not quite as how he planned it, but that's okay. BK's going to come in, get some good value on the inside of the base, and everything's still going to go inside. Nothing's going to walk over on the outside, which is nice. He gets all his troops into the core. Unfortunately, those healers get kind of pushed back quite a bit by that sweeper, so a bunch of the Yetis died early, but he still has a few alive, still like 3 alive in the core there. And these healers are going to switch off to the Royal Champ, and as soon as they do that, guys, this Royal Champ charge is going to get a ton of value. Just look at her go. She's going to be able to get the rest of the defenses in the base here. She gets so much value when she has healers on her. That Royal Champ is just crazy. Uses her ability She's going to get the rest of the archer towers on the outside of the base, and from here it's just clean up. So we're going to fast forward through it. Really nice attack, nice plan there by Chet. Just doing the early Yeti blimp to get one of the Inferno towers and a bunch of pathing. Queen walk one side, King to help funnel the other side, send everything in for the core, and then when the healers swap to that Royal Champ, I mean, it's hard to plan something like that, but when it happens, it's just really OP, and there's not a lot that can stop it. So beautiful attack there. Let's go ahead and jump right into the next triple. This one's going to be by Elliot. Again, another Queen Charge hybrid. If you guys watched my last video on day 1 of the Clan War Leagues, we were doing so many Queen Charge hybrid attacks. I mean, it felt like half of our triples were Queen Charge hybrid. So he's going to be coming in here with the early Yeti Bomb, again, to get one of the Inferno Towers. It's pretty common. You guys are probably going to start seeing that a lot, you know, because a lot of people are finally starting to try and defend the Yeti Bomb attack, and so they're starting to put a lot of traps by their Town Hall to try and stop those blimps. So the blimps, instead of trying to blimp a Town Hall, we're getting a lot of value by blimping an Inferno Tower compartment, basically, and then walking the Town Hall or something else. So that's one way. So it's going to be hard to defend the Yeti Bomb in general, because there's so many different things you can do with the Yeti Bomb at the moment. You can, you know, bomb the Town Hall. You can bomb an Inferno Island for pathing. I mean, there's a lot of different options. And so especially when the Town Hall is in an open channel like this, it makes a lot of sense to not bomb the Town Hall, but to bomb like one of the Inferno Towers and then walk inside the base into that open channel. All you got to do is figure out a way to get this Inferno Tower down so it doesn't kill your healers. So he's going to use his Royal Champ over here. And he ends up getting most of the Teslas with the Royal Champ too, because all these Teslas were on the outside. So really amazing value for the Royal Champion here. She's going to get that Bomb Tower and start damaging the cannon here as well. Queen's taking out the enemy CC. Then he's free to use his King to funnel the left side over here, walk over here, and then just hybrid right in between. And that Queen is still alive. She's going to stay alive for a really long time. She's going to get so much value here. Hello. And the hybrid's pushing through. Warden in behind. He already uses Royal Champ, so he doesn't get to use her here. Hello, Cat. Cat jumping up to help commentate today, guys. So he's using a free spell on that backside scatter. Queen is still alive with her ability. Still has the Warden ability. Honestly, he could probably swag these abilities if he wanted to. Well, actually, Queen was getting close to dying there. But he could have just dropped his last heal instead of using the Warden ability, but instead he's going to swag the heal spell here, uses his Warden ability to make sure the hybrid stays alive, pushing into the back end of the base there. It's just storage is left. He's going to swag that heal spell on the clan castle. Really nice job there by Elliot. So with the Queen Charge hybrid, we're going to go ahead and back out, take a look at the next attack here. Next one is going to be by Chet on his second account. He's going to be coming in again with the Yeti Smash, this time with P.E.K.K.A.s instead of bowlers, so a little bit different variation of the same attack. Starting with a Warden Walk over at 3 o'clock though. He wants to get that Inferno Tower down nice and early so he doesn't have to worry about it. That's usually a pretty common thing we're seeing in a lot of these Yeti Smash attacks. You're getting one of the Infernos down right at the beginning of the attack, either with a Yeti Bomb or with a Warden Walk, something like that, to get one of the Inferno Towers down. That way there's only 2 of them in the base that you have to worry about. So we're just going to ×2 through this. The Warden Walk does take quite a bit of time. Sometimes it takes all the way up to a minute, guys. It just depends on what kind of trash buildings are in front of the Inferno. He uses his BK up at 12 really early with some wall breakers, in case you didn't see that. And the BK was able to get the Town Hall. So already he's got the Town Hall down. He doesn't have to worry about it. So he's free to do the Yeti Smash from the bottom side of the base, even though it's on the opposite side of where the Town Hall was, because the King already got the Town Hall down. He doesn't have to worry about 1-starring as long as he can get 50%. But I mean, if you can't get 50%, you're doing something pretty bad. So he's going to be just dropping his spells, making sure everything stays in the core here, pushing into these last 2 Inferno Islands. He used these Siege Barracks and the Royal Champ from this bottom left side to help funnel the main troops, keep them inside the core at all times, and then those Max Hogs come out of the clan castle and just wrap around the base, and just really good value there from everything that Chet used. Really nice attack there, beautiful plan. Using the King with the wall breakers up top, recognizing that there weren't that many defenses up there. It was just a couple of point defenses and mostly a bunch of trash buildings around the Town Hall, so the BK was able to solo the Town Hall all by himself, didn't even need any help. So nice plan there. Go ahead and take a look at the next one. This one's going to be iTzu. There's a good chance I think he might have put this one on his channel, so we're going to ×2 through it. It's going to be a Queen Charge Miners attack, though, using his Siege Barracks, guys. So he's going to be dropping the Queen right at 12. Now, a little bit of a base building flaw. The Inferno Tower is actually reachable here, so we're just going to take advantage of that. He's going to walk the Inferno Tower and then keep going and walk the Town Hall. Luckily, the Warden platform and the Expo are also walkable, so just overall not the greatest base here, and Itsu's going to show you guys how to take advantage of bases like this. You just got to keep charging all those walkable buildings, keep the queen alive, keep raging her, keep freezing the defenses, that way she'll stay alive for sure. And then he's just going to use king and siege barracks on the other side and just miners straight in between. It's really as simple as that. So there go the miners with the warden. He did use his last rage spell there to make sure the queen's going to stay alive. She's going to wrap around, keep getting a bunch of stuff over here. He used his king to make the funnel right here, and then the siege barracks to continue making the funnel as the miners push through the core just like that. So a beautiful attack here by Itzu. I mean, yeah, you can argue this base really wasn't that great, but still, I mean, it still takes a lot of skill to execute these attacks properly, to make sure you keep your queen alive, to send the miners in the right pathing and everything like that. So a nice attack there by Itzu. We'll go ahead and jump straight into the next one though. This one is going to be by Hex. Hex, the man, the god himself, coming in again with the queen charge miners. Now this one, he is going to try and walk the town hall, I believe, and then miner from the top side. Yeah, that's what he does here. The queen going in on the top side, king over here to walk this way to help funnel, because he wants the queen to go right in just like this into this empty compartment to be able to reach the town hall. But I think it might have been this one or another attack where she walks the wrong way. Let's go ahead and ×2 through it. A bunch of Teslas pop over here on the right side of this wall section. King's going to start taking a bunch of those out. No, this one, queen goes the right way. It was another attack I was thinking of. Queen's going to go inside for this town hall, and then he rages because he wants queen to get that town hall before the enemy clan castle moves over to his queen. Luckily, that king is distracting her pretty well. Queen starts beating on a wall because, you know, queen's just doing queen things. And then he's going to drop the poison here on the CC troops, and then the siege barracks to make the funnel over here with the road champ, and then just all the miners straight in between, dropping an early heal to keep him alive because that eagle's doing a lot of damage. Queen, after she killed the CC, ended up finishing off of that wall and then going into the core to help out. Now she's just going to beat on more walls because that's what she really loves to do. And then everything just pushing through the core here with the road champ and the heal spells. Warden ability already used. Miners trying to push that single target inferno. They just barely don't get it. It's on a sliver of health. He uses the road champ ability. That road champ's going to be able to take out the inferno. And from there, no matter what happens, you know the queen walk can finish the rest of the base. She finally broke outside of the base, went back around. She'll be able to take out all these trash buildings over here. He does still have a couple miners alive and the warden. They're going to help out, and that's going to be a nice triple there by Hex. Just walking the town hall and minering the rest. It's really as simple as that on some of these bases. It's just about using your spells properly, keeping everything alive. Now the next one we're going to jump into is by Nick. It's going to be on this kind of really ugly but super tight base. And whenever you guys see bases like this where all the buildings are like super close and touching each other, you already know that E-Dragons are going to get a ton of good value on their chains here. So he's just going to try to Sui his BK and his AQ for the scatter shots and the town hall here. Going to get some really good value from the Sui. Also finds the Tesla farm, so he's going to drop a couple ice golems here to make sure his queen's going to stay alive long enough to get that town hall. He's also going to invest a freeze if he has to. Since he does have 4 of them, he can afford to drop a freeze to keep the queen alive if he needs to, just to make sure that that town hall is going to go down. That warden does a ton of damage to the queen, and then both scatter shots were about to shoot the queen, so he's going to go ahead and pre-pop the ability before those scatter shots end up both shooting his queen, because that would have been really bad there if they had both hit her at the same time. Now he's going to use one E-Dragon over here on the right side to funnel, and then he's going to start with 2 loons, a baby dragon down on the bottom, and his road champ. Now he does miss the road champ ability here. Probably should have frozen that inferno or something. If he was able to hit the road champ ability, she would have gotten that inferno, that AD, both archer towers, and I mean this would have been really overkill, but he's still going to triple even though the road champ ability didn't go off in time because of that single target inferno. So sending all the E-Dragons right here through the core, and there does happen to be a witch in the CC, so it's a good thing he brought the poison spell, because those witches and archers are just awful for E-Dragons to go through. It takes them a long time if there's no poison. Pops the warden ability, rages, freezes, just keeping the E-Dragons alive. Their chain gets the AD on the backside, so I mean that's why I was saying you see these bases where all the buildings are touching each other. E-Dragons get really good value because they can just chain through everything. And I mean, look at that. Did he even lose any E-Dragons? He might have had 1 die, and that's it. And they just stayed alive and completely demolished that base. Beautiful attack here by Nick. We're going to go ahead and fast forward through the rest because it's just clean up on the outside of the base here. Nice job there by Nick. With the E-Dragons, yeah, he brought 7, and I think there's still 6 at the end, so crazy good value there. Let's go ahead and jump into the next attack here. We got one more to show today. This one, again, is going to be by iTzu. Coming in with the Queen Charge Hogs on this one, and he does have a blimp. Let's see how he uses it here. I think he uses it again on one of these Infernos to funnel for the Queen walk, so that way she can just walk the Town Hall. Yep, so look at this balloon in front and then blimp over here to get this Inferno Tower to funnel the Queen so she can walk this way, and you don't have to worry about that Inferno Tower ever targeting your healers. Also gets the early CC pool, so there he drops the Queen, and because the balloon and the blimp got this building, the funnel's already made. You know the Queen has to go this way when you drop her right there. There's no buildings to the left to draw her to the left, so she's just going to walk straight to the right. He's going to go ahead and poison these ice golems and get his healers down, so we'll fast forward through some of that. It's going to take her 10.5 years just to get through one of those ice golems, so he might have dropped the BK just slightly too early, but Queen's still going to walk the right way here. BK is going to go over there, get the road champ, get that little baby archer tower. He's going to rage up the Queen here to get through the enemy Queen. Now that Expo is picking on her, but she's going to stay alive here. He's going to have to rage again because that Town Hall and the Skelly Trap pops. Now Queen's going to fight the enemy Queen, so he's going to go ahead and freeze up the enemy Queen, and that Expo gets really good value there. She's got so many point defenses on her. He's going to have to either freeze or pop her ability here pretty soon. I think he's going to pop the ability. Starting with the Hogs from the left side, going to drop an early heal in the Road Champ here to help kind of funnel the Hogs straight in for this Inferno Tower and the Eagle in the core, and then pops the Warden ability because both scatter shots were targeting his Hogs, and you never want both scatter shots to be targeting the same group of Hogs or else they're going to die pretty much instantly. So he is going to... he doesn't have any more heals here, but he is going to have the healers swap over to some of these Hogs here on this Inferno Tower after his Queen goes down. He already used his last heal up here. Roa Champ still has her ability though. She's going to be able to get a ton of value. She's still at almost full health. He's going to go ahead and pop the ability, just get these Teslas out of the way, so that way all the Hogs can start on cleanup even sooner. That way he knows he's not going to time fail. And also using that Roa Champ ability that early saved these wizards here. If he had held on to it, those Teslas would have picked off those cleanup wizards, and it would have taken him a lot longer to get the cleanup done, and he might have time failed. So nice job there on the ability timing by iTzu. Beautiful attack. Lots of Queen Charge attacks, guys. A couple of Yeti smashes in this day, so quite a bit of variety, a little more variety than we're used to seeing. A lot of these wars we were doing pretty much all Queen Charge hybrid. So that's going to be it for day 2 of this Clan War Leagues in February. If you guys want to see the rest, let me know down below. I can record all these in the next day or so before the replays go away. So let me know if you want to see, you know, days 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. If you want to see all the triples. Some of them we got a ton of triples. I think day 3 we didn't actually get that many, but I might put 2 of them in one video. Who knows? Let me know what you guys think down in the comments below. Subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll catch you guys in the next video.